I don't want to hear any complaints.
Great to see you. Always fun.
Oh, same as usual. Excuse me. A little desperate.
This was literally nothing until Ron Hope came here.
All right, Adela. Deep breath. Oh, God. I'm just great. Grand, really. When I signed on to be a freight captain, I was expecting long hours and dull routes. And now I'm a hair away from being executed. Or worse. Where to start? So, I fly a rust bucket called the Markab for a small shipping line. It just started, really. We do bulk shipping, boring stuff like actuators and seed stock and minerals. Have you ever had a standard, boring job just blow up in your face? You get it then. So I just got assigned to the Markab. The first ship. As soon as I left Neon and got scanned, things got crazy. Everyone demanding I power down, hand over the contraband, or sometimes just firing first. I skipped the system, ditched the cargo, and have been running ever since. It gets even worse. A tracker just landed and I just know he's hunting a bounty, me. But the trick is, everyone knows the ship, but my info isn't in the database yet. All they got is my last name, Fahim. So if you go into the pit stop and claim you're Captain Fahim of the Markab, maybe you can deal with the tracker? You are the best! This slate has everything they know about me. It's not... He's the one with the cowboy hat. Just stay safe. Thank you.
Ron Hope's the best thing that's happened to us.
Keep an eye on your valuables. If you can't protect your own.
I think one man made all of this. Nothing was here until Ron Hope.
You made it. Those outlaws didn't give you too much trouble, I trust? Good. I'm sure it didn't hurt that I softened them up for you. You've got good timing. A courier just came in from Aquila. The Marshal sends his regards along with a briefing on your case. I was surprised as hell to learn about the starship theft. Anyway, Mr. Hope can see us whenever you're ready. If you need to take a little time first, feel free. His office is upstairs. He's in a meeting, but it should be...
Trucks in space! Their motto always cracks me up.
He's on the Council of Governors.
Don't spring for the extended warranty. You just won't need it.
I'm trying to build a good relationship. He comes on a little strong, but there's a lot to admire about the man. Everything you see around you, he built. Pretty much everyone in this town owes him for their livelihood. Can't begin to imagine the kind of pressure that must put on someone. All I'm saying is, try to show a little respect. All the way up. Is it just me, or does every executive in the Senate systems have an office on it? I guess being above everyone makes them feel like they're, well, above everyone.
Be dust except in the factory.
I'd like to offer cash. As for parts, we could try outsourcing. Do a contract with scavengers, maybe, but that's a decision that's got to be made upstairs.
Talk to Elaine about this scavengers. It's not a bad idea. Provided we get a good deal. And I don't mean a fair deal. I mean a good deal. Remember, it's not just our bottom line that matters. We're also responsible for the welfare of everyone in the factory. We look out for our people here, Bridget. That's a point of great personal pride.
Excuse me, Mr. Hope?
Well now, the Free Star Rangers. At last! Ah, Dan, good to see you. I think we're done here, Bridget.
Yes, sir.
This is the deputy I told you about.
Splendid. Splendid! It's a noble calling, being a Free Star Ranger. We certainly could use more of you. Let's get down to it, shall we? Time is money. I'm sure I don't have to tell you what an outrage it is to have a ship's... Justice must be done, and the sooner the better. That's good news. I'll send my people over to bring it home. Of course, that doesn't mean your work is done. I want the thief found and prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I'm sure I don't need to remind you of my position on the Council of Governors. I'm glad we understand each other.
I'd take Ron Hope over Benjamin Bayou any day of the week.
Now, tell me that you've at least got a lead of some kind. Though what happened after the ship was taken doesn't concern me. What does concern me is making sure that this doesn't happen again. Well, I'm not sure I can be much help. What? Nonsense! We vet our people thoroughly here. Hope Tech holds its employees to the very highest standards. Rest assured, if we turn up any evidence that one of our people was an accomplice, I'll let you know. No, nothing at all. It was just a standard Hope Tech cargo hauler. Not that it didn't have great value, mind you. Hope Tech builds some of the most durable and reliable starships, and you can bet my ships last twice as long as anything Stroud Eklund makes. Very well. I need you to understand something, Deputy. This town is home to men, women, and children who depend on Hope Tech for a living. I provide jobs that put food on their tables and a roof over their heads. It's a responsibility that I take very seriously.
You've got a reputation for looking after your own, Mr. Hope. I'm sure the deputy here will keep that in mind.
Is that so? I've worked hard to make sure that I'm glad we understand one another.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mr. Hope, but there's been a development.
Not now, Cosette. I'm in the middle of something.
But sir, we have new information. I've just received a report that the stolen ship was seen landing at Neon just after the theft.
A breakthrough at last. Well, Deputy, it sounds like you'll be heading to Neon, which means I can get back to work. Remember what we discussed. My people are depending on you.
Hey, can I get a word? That wasn't as helpful as it could have been. Still, at least you know where to pick up the trail. Let's hope. So, guess you're headed for Neon. There's a ranger stationed there. Name's Jalen Price. He's a little different than the rest of us. He should be able to help you out. Well, we've both got work to do. It was good to meet you, Deputy. No problem. Good luck on Neon, Deputy.
Excuse me. Just waiting on a credit check. Bureaucracy, right?
Off-worlders. Nothing good ever comes from them.
Just keep it holstered. No getting on the phone.
Workers like to play hard here. They deserve it.
Yes, what?
You here for commerce? Or another board tour? Some rules. Don't even think about stealing anything. No haggling. The price is the price. And might be some other rules. Don't be an ass. I didn't start this way. Got myself robbed a few times. Swindled a couple. So now I look out for number one. And it's not like there's anywhere else on this rock to buy weapons. You may be thinking this place is a dump. Lots of customers pass through. We got... Hopefully something catches your eye. You ready to do some business? Good. You ready to do some business? Music to my...
Ron Hope's a damn hero in my book.
As long as you keep the peace, you're good.
Only place you can get a weapon into. Some rules. Don't even think about it. No haggling. And maybe next time you'll pick something up. Some rules. Don't even think about stealing it. No haggling. The price is the... And... then we won't have any problems. If you need weapons, the best of it. You may be thinking this place is a dump. Lots of customers pass through. What are you looking for?
Off-worlder, right? Stay safe.
Almost done with my shift.
Some rules. Don't even think about stealing it. No haggling. And... then we won't have any problem. If you need weapons, you may be thinking this place. Lots of customers pass. That's what I'm here for.
Folks from all over the Freestar Collective come here looking for work.
Tell Cora we're back. There's nothing in those settled systems quite like neon. Crazy, terrible, but never dull neon. There should be a sign, dump your Aurora here. You'd make a fortune if you put a net right under here, I'm not even kidding.
Don't move, Nesha!
What's this about? Cut the act. Sniffers picked up the Aurora you're carrying the second you step through.
All right, get up slowly and turn around. Try to run, and we open fire.
Some people love it. I spend too much time.
Hey there.
What
Dr.
can
Shakes,
Reliant
huh?
Medical do for you?
Don't worry. Doc Manning will fix you up.
Is it that obvious? Yeah, haven't zoned in like a week. My whole body feels like it's...
Oh my goodness. No. All right. Tell me what happened to you.
Took me months to shake it off.
That's a very wise choice. Since you're clearly a first-time visitor to Reliant Neon, I'd love to offer you a free checkup, but...
You kidding? No one cares.
I can assure you it isn't by choice. You see, I'm a bit... at odds with the current administrator of Neon. We've argued about it on more than one occasion, and all he's done is try to persuade me to quit. Then you understand what I'm up against. At this point, I've resorted to asking anyone that has a ship registered outside of the Voli system to bring me medical supplies. I pay them for the supplies, of course. Now, if there's anything else I can do for you, anything at all, feel free to take a look. Try not to get hurt out there. You aren't looking well at all. Perhaps you'd better sit down. That would be amazingly helpful. Oh, and I'll pay you directly for the supplies, of course. If you need help, remember Reliant.
Welcome, off-worlder, to the Hotel Voli, your home away from home, here on Neon. Our beds are comfortable and affordable, and with a prime rating.
Now is the time to enhance your life. Here at Enhance, we offer a full range of cosmetic and biological services. For just a few credits, our certified technicians.
James, hello.
Benjamin Bayou is so not compensating for anything. You don't maniac.
One of those spacers.
Rumors about your credits work for you.
Stay out of trouble. We'll have a problem.
Enjoy a cup right now.
Premier financial institution. Have you tried?
We are the knowledge. Here at Stroud Eklund, we know the power of harmony. Each of our unique starship models, ready to make your ultimate discovery? Step through the door of St. Hart's Outfitters and you'll enter a world unlike any other in the Middle.
Hey, no funny stuff with that boost pack. Got enough flight traffic as it is.
Ikuchi's a lot of fun. They even bring Cora here every now and then.
Hey, I don't care who you work for. You can't just... Oh, you're the rookie, aren't you? The one and only. Well, the Marshal's message said you were following a lead about a stolen ship. Truth is, a lot of stolen goods flow through here, but this city is real good at keeping its secrets, even from us. Yeah, about that. This isn't Aquila City. The badge doesn't carry the same weight here. The people who run this place aren't overly concerned about the... Our job is to keep the peace and make sure the violence doesn't get out of hand. The last thing anyone around here wants is some hotshot deputy looking in every dark.
Neon's a tough assignment. The ecosystem is rigged against any real law enforcement.
Good.
That's a smart play, as much as it rankles.
Your stolen ship would have had to land at the spaceport. If it was right off the factory floor, it would have stood out. There's a guy I know, Billy Clayton, does maintenance work around the city and keeps an eye on ship traffic for him. I'll introduce you, but don't expect a favor. Even if it doesn't cost credits, nothing in Neon is free. Come on. That was pretty impressive how you volunteered to help out with the bank heist in Aquila City. Yeah, I read all the reports. You learn quickly that in Neon, staying informed and staying alive are closely linked. What stood out to me was that you didn't lose a single hostage. No wonder the Marshal tried to recruit you right away. If he hadn't, it would have made him look like a fool, having some random stranger step in and do the job he couldn't. Now, if someone tried to hold up a bank here, they'd be gunned down.
Looking out for
you understand that, don't you? That's why you just told me that you won't cause trouble. Keep that in mind, and you'll fit right in.
Don't hurt them. No, I'm not gonna be part of it. For the love of God, stop! You crazy?
That was pretty impressive how you volunteered to help out with the bank heist in Aquila City.
Yeah, I read all the reports. You learn quickly that in Neon, staying informed and staying alive are closely linked. What stood out to me was that you didn't lose a single hostage. No wonder the Marshal tried to recruit you right away. If he hadn't, it would have made him look like a fool, having some random stranger step in and do the job he couldn't. Now, if someone tried to hold up a bank
let's
here,
get back to that.
they'd
Goodbye.
be gunned down without a moment. But you understand that, don't you?
That side's a
That's
bad
why
place
you
for
just told me that you won't cause trouble. Keep that in mind, and you'll fit right in.
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days, spreading like a virus through the set of systems. They like to set up shop in old facilities, places abandoned in the colony. That way, they can strike anywhere.
Hey, Billy, got a second?
What? Oh, it's you. Give me a good scare. I thought you were one of Goodman's people.
Sure, far from it. Our new deputy here is working a case. And I thought you might be able to help. Take it away, rookie.
What do you need? A stolen Hope Tech ship, huh? Well, here's the thing. Neon's got no end of shipjackers. I see them come and go every day. It's tough for a guy to remember one from the other. You know what I mean?
I can see where this is going.
Yeah, well, I'm one of them. I can help you, but right now my life is in danger, and I haven't even done anything wrong. Freestar Rangers are supposed to protect the innocent, right? Then you need to hear this. It's about my brother. He died while still in debt to a syndicate loan shark by the name of Emmett Goodman. Now, Goodman's coming after me to collect. He says if I don't pay up, I'm a dead man.
This Emmett Goodman sounds like a real class act.
Yeah, he's bad even by Neon standards. I swear it on my best set of wrenches. Goodman's holed up in one of the warehouses on it. Place is locked up tight, but there's a guard who watches the door, and he's got the key.
I'll stay with Billy in case Goodman's men come to collect. They're not stupid enough to tangle with me.
Anywhere else, a fish processing plant would be no big deal. But that's Bayou's river of gold.
property. You'd better keep walking. This is private property. Do you now? I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. No, I can't. Sorry. You don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you've got hearing problems. I don't know. I said you ain't getting in here, and I meant it. Now get lost! Nah, I don't think so. Neon's got a ranger, and you ain't him. You'd better keep walking. This is private property. As long as you behave yourself and don't overstay your welcome. Here, this will get you in.
The hell you want? Just keep walking. Don't like the way you're looking at me.
A new customer, perhaps? Well now, always happy to have a visitor. Tell me, what brings you by, friend? Ah, it's awful kind of you to intervene on my behalf. Thank you all the same for your concern.
I can't tell if he's kidding or not.
Now that's where you're wrong. Cal agreed to my terms, including collection from family on the... It ain't my fault he dragged Billy into it. But what's your stake in this anyway? Well, I'm afraid that's just none of my Then offer me something I want, and I'll consider it. That is true. Seems to me like you're a long way. Don't you worry, Deputy. You come walking in. Maybe it's time I show you how we resolve disagreements here and...
Let's make this quick!
My friend here gonna teach you manners.
Damn recruits making stupid moves!
Didn't even break a sweat.
Damn punks thought they could mess with us!
Waste not, need not. Today's not gonna be your day, pal. Ugh, not my day. Made that look easy. Day into the bed.
You're not for time for this shit. Ow!
If I have to eat fish for dinner, what would mine?
The Trackers Alliance always finds their mark. If you come to talk about bounty hunting, I can answer questions. Be warned, though. If you think this work is for making a quick credit, you may not be cut out for it. Bounty hunting is not easy work. It is not for those simply wishing to make a quick... But you seem insistent. Stay safe. Stay wary.
Times now? They hit the bars, buy a lot of drinks. Did you talk to Goodman? I didn't mean to put you in harm's way. I was hoping he'd come around when he saw you were a Freestar Ranger deputy.
Took me about a week on the job to learn that doesn't usually work around here.
Okay, time for me to keep my end of the bargain. The woman you're looking for is named Grace Early. Stealing ships is her line of work. She usually comes here to sell the goods. Rumor has it she just finished a job for some mercenary outfit. She's been...
I know her. When she isn't out on a job, she's a regular at Madame Sauvage's. That's on the upper platform. I'll bet.
I have some sleep crate units available for rent, but someone like you, trust me, you can do better. Sleep crates for rent. It's tight, good for you. And it just so happens. Smart choice. I got loads of crates for rent. For next time.
Catherine Lucian keeps demanding we look into her husband's murder.
Never sleep.
No. Yeah, right. Hysterical old broad.
Look, I ain't gonna stand around here all day, right? You want the stuff or not?
Hello.
Well, look who's here to spoil my day. A Freestar Ranger and his... What are you? A sidekick or something? Well, I'm sure your mom is real proud. So how come I'm talking to the sidekick instead of the ranger?
This is the deputy's case.
Is that so? Anyway, this ain't my first interrogation, so let's just... Aw, ain't you polite? I'm guessing this is the part where you tell me that you've got questions and that you expect me to answer them. That sound about right? All right. So I jacked a ship. It was just a little fun. I didn't even keep it. It was a job. I turned it over to some men, and they took off for who knows where. Nothing I did put anyone in danger, okay? That's unfortunate. But I don't know anything about it. Can't say I'm surprised, though. You know how it is out here. The strong take what they want from the weak.
You're real cold-blooded, aren't you? If that woman had been killed, you'd be an accessory to murder.
No, I guess I didn't. It's not that simple. Hard to argue with that. Not happening. Sorry, but I can't. I guess if I can't trust a Freestar Ranger, then I can't. I was approached by a woman named Maya Cruz. Said she was a senior member of the First and that she had a job for me. She was working with someone inside Hope Tech and pitched me on the idea of jacking a ship right out of the factory. We were deep into planning the job when she had some kind of medical emergency. She said she needed surgery and would be in recovery for a long time. That was a few weeks ago. Haven't heard from her since. Not long after that, I got a message from a guy named Marco. He said he was the money man for the First, and he offered half up front. Never met him directly, though. It was always through intermediaries and using encrypted slates. Got the feeling he was paranoid as hell.
Do you have one of those encrypted slates on you right now?
Yeah. Here, take it. I'm done with all this. Anything else you want to know? Yeah, sure.
Next time you're at the Rock, you should give that encrypted slate to Ranger Alex Shadid. He's got a gift for cryptography. I'm gonna head back. Good luck, Deputy.
Then I'm free to go. Oh. Guess I ain't used to the law being so polite.
Talk to Ranger Shadid at the Rock. Good working with you, Deputy. Be careful out there. These mercenaries... Later. Good working with you, Deputy. Stay out of trouble.
be back. I think he would have liked the man I grew into.
Anything I can help you with? Need some work done? You were able to land it, so I'm sure whatever's broken can be fixed. Okay, no problem. Sure, have at it.
coming soon. No time to talk.
Spending time in hard G is a good workout. I don't need to like it, though.
I actually met a guy who finished the Red Mile. He lost an eye in the process.
You heard of the Elios Retreat? Supposed to be some new age healing center for reforming criminals or whatever. Going up in Exil 2. I'm not holding my breath.
Hey, deputy. It's really an honor to be able to help out.
Our newest deputy! Hey, I wondered when you might come by. I'm Alex. Nia's report said you were heading for Neon? I've always wanted to go there. What did you think? Yeah, I bet. It just sounds so exciting and so stimulating. Probably makes Aquila City look like the more boring backwater town in the settled systems by comparison. Alas, I'll have to experience it vicariously through you and the othering. So how'd it go? Turn up anything useful? Oh, come to daddy, my sweet little mystery slate. I see lots of coffee and late nights ahead. Now, if you get any more of these, bring them to me. It helps if I can compare different instances of the encryption they're using. Just look for me up here. I have no life, so I'm not usually hard to find. You're counting on me. You please and thank you go a long way when addressing your betters, rookie.
I'm proud to be helping the Freestar Rangers.
Let's talk for a minute. Welcome back. Any luck finding out who stole that ship from Hope Tech? Glad you got a chance to meet him. Sounds like you're making real progress. You're off to a good start, but what did you learn from this starship? Well done, Deputy. Sounds like you've got a couple of new leads to follow up on. I served with Maya Cruz. She's a technical genius. I can give you some background if you want it, or we can go straight to planning your next move. Like what? Most likely place would be the clinic. They also guarantee privacy. Ranger Ben Armistead is posted there. Guess we're done here. Welcome back. Grace Early? Yeah, I've heard the name once or twice. Sounds like you're making real progress. That ain't for you to decide. I want you focused on the job at hand, not on a promotion.
The Rangers ain't like being a security guard. You earn your place among them.
What did you learn from this starship thief? Now we're getting somewhere. Sounds like you've got a couple of new leads to follow up on. I served with Maya Cruz. She's a technical genius. I can give you some background if you want it, or we... There was a mech driver in the 1st Cavalry named Marco Graziani. He came from money. And when the 1st Cav got a reputation as the top unit, he transferred in. Marco had a knack for getting hold of anything we needed. There was talk the family fortune came from smuggling, and I believe it. He had this dream to become a wealthy businessman when he got out. All right, how can I help? Around the time he got out of jail, we started hearing Marco's name in circulation. Word is he's heading up a smuggling racket. Based on what you've learned, I'd presume he's funneling his ill-gotten gains to the First. Ranger Autumn McMillan is out at Red Mile right now looking into the smuggling operation. I suggest you pool your resources. Your priority is to gather more intel about the First. Just remember that your targets were locked up because they were loyal to their unit. In other words, you ain't gonna get a warm welcome, so be careful. Good hunting, Deputy.
Just making my way.
And now, a word from one of our sponsors. Think you've got what it takes.
Aquila City's really the heart of the Freestar Collective.
This is where I belong.
Dad, have you ever tried Aurora?
Not in a long time, sweetheart. Not since...
What was it like?
Terrible. It was terrible. You stay away from that stuff, Cora. Trust me, it's the worst.
You are cleared to dock at the clinic, the best medical facility in the settled systems. You've entered the clinic's space. Please dock, or leave the area clear for incoming patients.
The clinic's a bit of a legend in the medical field.
Ma'am, I'm just the courier.
I understand that. I'm not blaming you directly. Dr. Salvato, how long have you been here?
About a year now, Doctor.
And in that year,
I believe this is the time.
yes, that sounds right.
Yeah? Got some trouble? Oh, now hold on. Yeah, the marshal's been sending out reports, keeping us all in the loop in your investigation. Yep, I'm pretty well caught up on things. Ben Armistead. Well, I guess that's the long and short of it. You're...
How you doing, old man?
Well, I'll be a dust wrangler's cousin, Sam Coe. Oh, it's been too damn long. Why, Cora must be what, 9, 10 years old by now?
I wish. She's 12.
Almost a teenager? My goodness. And here I thought I had enough gray hairs already. So, are you back?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I'm just out here to watch the deputies back and see what kind of trouble we can get into.
I see. Well, back to the matter at hand, then. So, is one of them first mercenaries here at the clinic? Well, every ranger knows it's important to trust your instincts. No better place in the settled systems to get medical treatment. You can bet it beats anything them UC piglets got. Ironic, given they're the ones who built it. I know just...
Good work dealing with the Shaw gang. Now let's see if we can find those maps.
Just between you and me, I ain't entirely sure why someone felt the need to station a ranger out here. I'm not much more than a glorified bodyguard for Dr. Darvish. She's the one in charge around here. And she's also on the Council of Governors. Most of the staff don't seem fond of the idea of me being here, but I ain't fond of them right back. Bunch of stuffy eggheads, if you ask me. Except Ari, that is. He's about the only one I can have a conversation with. Hey there, Ari.
A couple of years
Working
on
hard
duty
or
here, and
hardly
anyone
working?
would be qualified to run any other hospital in
Hey,
the settled
Chief.
systems.
A little more the former than the latter. What brings you by?
Well, the deputy here could use some help. Came looking for someone who might be a patient.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, I'll leave you in Mr. Miller's capable hands. You need anything else, I'll be in my
It'd be
office.
enough to know that the Rangers are keeping an eye on us, but to have it be my own husband, so comforting.
Keep your nose clean. The last thing I want is to charge you for a DP, an A and B, a B and E, or heaven forbid, an MS. But at least we wouldn't have to worry about a VOP, am I right?
Have to keep an eye on these doctors.
I'll try to help you, but our computer systems have been having some issues. Huh. Well, we don't give the patients free access to our computer system, so... still, it's worth keeping in mind. So who's the suspect you're after? Former soldier, huh? Yeah, they say war changes people forever. The name's not ringing any bells, but... maybe we can approach this another way. Do you know what was wrong with her? That should help narrow things down. I can access the patient records from my terminal, assuming that... Okay, give me just a minute here. Maya Cruz. Maya Cruz. Come on, Maya. I need you to be in here. Okay, finally. Here we go. Oh. No matches found for a Maya Cruz. If Maya's here, then she's got to be using an alias. Which actually makes sense if she's a wanted woman. Yeah, let me think for a second. All right, hang on. I know that we do have a few female patients staying with us. There's Candace, what's her last name? Doolin. Candace Doolin. And then there's the Nakamori woman, I think her name's Jane. I don't recall offhand what they're here for, but it's a start. Sorry I couldn't be more helpful. I'll keep looking, see if I can turn up any.
You know, just by breathing the air in here, you are being exposed to about a dozen different...
I'm no hypochondriac, but maybe
What
we
gives you the
limit our
right to
time
come in
here
here?
with all the sick people.
Well, I suppose I can give you a minute. Believe me, I'm a courier. My ship was intercepted by pirates. I escaped, but not without damage to my life support systems. By the time I reached the clinic, I was barely alive. Well, the nature of my work requires a certain level of discretion, much as yours does. I've shared all that I'm willing to share with you, Deputy. This isn't getting us anywhere. Yeah, okay, I get it. Alright, look. Nothing I told you was a lie, but yes, there is more to it. You can think of me as a freelance information broker. I came here to acquire classified research materials so I can sell them. Yeah, I realize it's illegal, but it's a victimless crime. Nobody gets hurt. As you can imagine, I'd rather this information not get out. I'm happy to compensate you for your understanding. I'm glad that we understand each other. Now, if you don't mind, I need to get some rest.
That's not exactly upholding the high ideals of the Freestar Rangers.
Would you please leave?
Never a dull moment.
Pain's finally starting to get a little more manageable. Why, hello. Are you here to keep me company? I can't get any of these doctors or nurses to slow down and just chat for a while. Ranger business? Oh, I can't imagine what for. Unless you're here to track down that no-account husband of mine. You'd think he could be bothered to pay me a visit once in a while, but no. All I get is the occasional letter apologizing. So hire some help, I tell him.
Should we maybe, move things along here, ma'am?
You want to talk about questions, I've got no end of pains. Headaches, sore knees, a sore back, digestive problems, and I keep telling them I must have caught some kind of alien virus. But I'd had test after test for 3 months straight, and I'm damn near broke from the cost of staying here. If you're looking for someone who's done something wrong, how about telling these doctors to work on their bedside? If I'm gonna be frank with you, I suppose that also means you don't want to talk to me anymore either? Well, go on then. Don't let me keep you. I thought the high and mighty Freestar Rangers was supposed to help others in... Yes, me. I think that sterling reputation's getting a little tarnished lately.
Be careful if you run into those...
Hey, how'd it go?
They fly around like they own the settled systems.
As a matter of fact, I do. I made some progress digging through the patient records, and I have one more lead for you. Her name's Catalina Rivera. I probably shouldn't say this, but she was in real bad shape. The good news is, she seems to fit your suspect's profile. That area is restricted to authorized clinic personnel. Even I... Dr. Cassidy's in charge of the VIP wing. You need his permission to enter. Unfortunately, he's a real stickler for the rules, and... You didn't hear this from me, but I happen to know that he keeps a spare access card somewhere in his office. Hope that helps you.
If you need assistance, please see Ari Miller at the desk.
Yes. What do you want? I'm sorry, but we don't permit unscheduled visitors to that area. You'll need to ask whoever it is that you wish to visit to make arrangements with me.
Who exactly are you? You could be Solomon Coe himself, and my answer would be the same. No, the rules are the rules. No.
There's no progress that bureaucracy can't ruin.
I'm a busy man, so make it quick. I don't want anyone to get hurt. Maybe we can work something out. I can't be held responsible for everyone who might be in danger. I think I've heard enough. I've given you my answer, and I'm not changing my mind.
Yes. What do you want? Is that so?
Well, I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed. Nobody's allowed in without my permission. Who exactly are you? And I require you to respect my authority as a senior doctor here at the clinic. The rules are the rules, no exception.
There's no progress that bureaucracy...
I hope that means you won't be bothering me again.
You appear dehydrated. I suggest the immediate ingestion of a moderate quantity of water.
take that too damn easy.
Make sure those samples get disposed of.
What was that?
Oh, hurts.
Sure, just keep grabbing everything. What could go wrong?
If they haven't rushed me back, it means it can't be that bad.
Sweet pea?
Well, I'm okay. But I'd be a lot better if...
Let me guess, you'd be a lot better if you had a bigger book allowance.
You know me so well, Dad. So, what do you think?
Your ship, Doc. If you are who I think you are, then you're here to bring me in. I had to warn you.
I wonder what the crystal is.
So, now, or I'll be very impressed.
Do you need all of that? Dealing with a bank robbery. Takes me back. No, that's it then.